why do you think Trump is going to have this fix all? Because I honestly, if we just take this one
He didn't build the
particular
wall.
issue, right, if we take this one particular issue, I don't think Trump gets anything done when he goes into the office. They're all just empty promises. And he's been shown time and time again to just pander to the people and say, this is what I'm going to do. But actually, when it comes to doing stuff, he's doing something totally different. And this time around, it's going to be focused on, revenge, I think.
Well, to answer your question, why do we think it would be any different? It's because we just look at the stats. Under the Trump administration, illegal border crossings.
It depends on the cause, though, because if the cause is external to the U.S., so that depends on how you explain the rise, right?
Again,
so
I can go back many years.
No, I know. Yeah. So but going back many years would be consistent with external events leading to more people trying to migrate into the U.S. rather than it being the U.S.'s policy.
Well,
So if the cause is, for example, climate change migration, I'm not saying it is in this case, but that's one thing that is going to happen. Then it doesn't matter whether you've got Trump or anyone else. You're going to get millions more people migrating into the U.S., right? And so you have to look at what the causes are.
Well, I hope you don't think it's because of climate change migration.
No, it's not current. I mean, I think that's a little bit part of it because that's related to why southern hemisphere economies aren't doing as well, and why people are migrating to the US for a better life. So I think that's like going to be a part of the cause. But I'm saying that there are these things that aren't related to policy, and so you can't just go, well, this person happened to be. It's like if, for example, imagine like there are global events that happen related to like supply chain issues, like COVID lockdowns everywhere in the world or something, and the way that affects markets. And then you could say, well, look, this weird thing happened to imports under Trump, but it's not actually Trump's fault. It's that no one else was actually like exporting stuff for that period of time. And so this weird spike in some data.
That explains why people would congregate and head towards the southern border, but doesn't explain why they actually get to cross it. No, I'm saying you don't let them cross.
Well, what if someone is trying to?
Well, that's not Trump's policy. Trump isn't proposing that, right?
Since taking office, my administration has launched the most sweeping border and immigration crackdown in American history, and we quickly achieved the lowest numbers of illegal border crossers ever recorded. Thank you. The media and our friends in the Democrat Party kept saying we needed new legislation. We must have legislation to secure the border. But it turned out that all we really needed was a new president.
I don't believe that Trump is capable of having a normal conversation. I mean, I don't like Nikki Haley, but she seemed to have some sort of like actual like cognitive ability. I think if we put Trump in any of the debaters that were on stage, like he just can't compete at all. He has no cognitive ability to do anything.
When we talk about the children of the community, they are children of the community.
I'm talking about the significance of the passage of time. Right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
We got to take this stuff seriously as you are, because you have been forced to have to take it seriously.
You need to get to go and need to be able to get where you need to go to do the work and get home.
Certain issues are just settled.
Clearly we're not.
No, that's right. And that's why I do believe that we are living, sadly, in real unsettled times.
And by the way, I'm still not convinced it's going to be a Biden-Trump ticket.
What do you think? Who do you think it's going to be?
You don't think?
And I can see scenarios where Biden's poll numbers, let's say, drop in a month or so, even more so, and the Democrats say, no, you're not running. I don't care if you're the incumbent. We're going to replace you.
They're not going to get rid of Biden. Unless he gets sick and dies, they're not going to get rid of Biden.